My name's Austin. This is the Mopar Garage, and we build cool stuff in here. What's up, guys? Back on our Carroll Shelby Daytona project today. For those of you who have not been following along, there's a link right here. That will bring you to a playlist that has every single video pertaining to this car. We also do all kinds of other cool projects besides this Daytona on this channel. So if you guys want to hit the subscribe button, if you're interested in this kind of thing, try to put out 2 videos a week, would be much appreciated. All right, another beautiful winter day here in South Carolina. Today we're gonna tackle the valve cover gasket, which is the only oil leak on this engine. We're also gonna do spark plug wires and distributor cap and rotor. All that's pretty easy to do on this car, so we're gonna knock this out today. The last video, as you guys saw, we did the timing belt. So just knocking out all the little stuff before we throw the turbo and fuel rail back in. Our turbo is in the process of, well, we're trying to decide either A, getting rebuilt, or B, getting just a plain new turbo. No wonder this valve cover was leaking. This bolt on the back side here is completely backed out. So that'll do it. The inside of this motor looks awesome. No sludge at all, super clean. That's fantastic. So they used looks like they had the valve cover off. They reused these guys on either side, these rubber ones, which this gasket is actually a 4-piece. It's got the 2 rubbers for either end, and then it's got the cork that goes across the flat surfaces. Instead of using the cork, they just RTV'd it. So, wow, that looks great though. Really pleased with that. Alrighty, took 10-15 minutes, got our gasket surface all cleaned up, took a shop vac in there and sucked up any kind of debris that would have fallen in there when I pulled the valve cover off. I had thoughts of painting this thing, but those of you who know me, I'm a big fan of the stock look on these vehicles. So I'm just gonna clean it up. Little life hack here, little trick I learned from my favorite channel, V-Belt and Son, Samuel over there. Oven cleaner on these engine parts. If you spray them down, let them sit for 15-20 minutes, and then hit them with a pressure washer, preferably with hot water, really cleans them up. So. Just a tip, when you're using this stuff, it says fume free. It is not fume free at all. Definitely do it outside. Try to hold your breath. Be careful. This stuff is pretty gnarly, but it works. All right, came out pretty good. The finish obviously isn't the best on it anymore, but she's clean. And I'm gonna leave it upside down out here in the Carolina sun. It is about 80 today. Let the inside of that dry out before we put her back on. I'm sure I've said this before, but I can't stand when people use RTV on stuff. Spend the $10 and buy the dang gasket for the thing. You know, it's like RTV's got so much cleanup. Everyone always overdoes it. They fill it with RTV, and so it just shoots out the sides and doesn't seal in the center where it's supposed to seal. Buy the cork gasket and do your valve cover. While we're waiting for that valve cover to dry out. Let's tackle the distributor cap and rotor and wires. These old style distributors have these little electrodes you gotta squeeze to get them out. Our number one cylinder on this thing was top left. Okay, so let's start matching up plug wires. All right, those look pretty neat, actually. Nice. All right, we know this car is going to be sitting for another month or two at least, so I just want to get a coat of oil on everything, kind of keep it from possibly rusting. I think these two guys are identical. Perfect, yep, slips in there like that. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of grease on these so they set in real nice. Check out how our cork gaskets lay. Just like that, beautiful. And the back one. There we have it. Mission success. That's pretty much gonna wrap up this video, guys. Successful day in the garage today, just knocking this stuff out piece by piece. Eventually we're gonna get to the exciting stuff, turbo and brakes and that kind of stuff, but wanna get everything buttoned up on the engine. Found a couple little things while I was in there today, tightened up a loose starter wire. These are the odds and ends why, man, anytime I buy a used car, I I go through it, whether it's a project or not. I'm not taking a used car on the road if it's more than 4 or 5 years old, because you find little stuff like that that was done kind of not by the book, or stuff that's broken, and you know, it's amazing what you find in these used cars. But you guys probably know that. Appreciate all the support lately. Channel has been actually popping off pretty good. We're gonna smash our 100 subscriber goal by the end of March. Drop a like and a comment on the video if you enjoyed it. We'll see you guys on the next one.